All right, guys, we're going to talk about retouching. So if you can turn to your packet that says retouching, we're just going to get a file new, 8 by 10 up on the screen. The first one we are going to open is a file. It is literally called 3.antm1. So it's the first America's Next Top Model. Here we go. So it's 3.antm1 JPEG, America's Next Top Model. And we're going to do Command A, Command C, Command W, Command V. And we're going to paste her onto the screen. Let's just get her up in the corner over here as we talk about our first retouching tool. So if we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tools down, you'll see a little band-aid is probably what it's on. But we have the spot healing tool, the healing brush tool, the patch tool, and the red eye tool are the ones we're going to talk about today. So first let's talk about the healing brush tool. So the healing brush tool is right here, and it's very similar to the cloning tool, except it's reading pixels a little bit different. So I'm just going to do a Command +++ and use my space bar to move closer to her hair. And again, I want to make sure that I'm on the healing brush tool. And as you can see in your notes, it says Option click, similar to what you would do with the cloning tool. So if I want to sample some of this hair, so I'm going to do Option click, let go of the click, let go of the option, and then I'm going to move my mouse over and it's just going to sample the hair. So again, Option click, sample some of the hair. Maybe I'll sample some of this hair and pull it down. Option click, pull the hair down. Maybe I'll get some of this hair up here. Option click, and I'm just going to fill in the hair. Option click, fill in the hair. I'll sample some of this. Option click, fill in this hair. I can also come over to her face and retouch this face. So again, Option click on her skin, and then I'm just going to clean. So I'm picking skin tone that's similar, and then I'm just going to clean up her skin. There we go. So that's the spot healing brush tool on this particular picture. I'm going to do Command 0 to pull back out. The next one I want to go over is same thing, same tool, but we're going to do a different file. We're going to do the cut on face file. So we're going to do Command O to open. You're going to go into your Photoshop photos and you're going to get the picture that is called Cut on Face. And grab the cut on face. And again, a Command A, Command C, Command W, Command V. And let's just put him up here. Well, actually, we'll stick him right here. And again, I'm going to do a Command +++ and hold down my space bar and zoom in on his face. And I'm going to use the same exact tool. So I'm going to come over to my healing brush tool, and I'm just going to slowly do an Option click and sample some of his cheek. Option click, sample some of his cheek. Option click. So it's basically like the clone stamp tool, except it's reading the pixels a little bit different. As you start to heal this cut off of his face, it sometimes scares me how many things we probably see that have been photoshopped and we don't even realize it. As we start to just kind of clean up his skin, you want to find similar skin tones and textures as we start to kind of get rid of that cut. And you'll just want to take your time with this. A smaller brush will actually work better if you're making more finite selections. Now we've kind of healed his skin. So again, Command 0 to get it to fill out. Because I'm done with this layer 1, I'm just going to Command T and get her a little smaller to make room. I'll grab the cut on face. I'll pull it up here to the top of the pile. Awesome. The next one I want to open, Command O to open, is I'm going to grab a picture. It's called Retouch Before. Retouch Before. Actually, it's called Retouch 02 before. Retouch 02 before. So here we have this girl, Command A, Command C, Command W, Command V is in Victor. And I'm going to move her over. So Retouch 02 before. Again, Command plus plus plus. Let's zoom in on her. Hold down the space bar. All right, so she's got some acne going on. So what we're going to do is go back to this Band-Aid tool, and this time we're going to use the Spot Healing Brush tool, which I think is pretty awesome. So the Spot Healing Brush tool, you just come on over to one of her blemishes and click it, and it just literally cleans up her skin. It is the most amazing tool ever, the Spot Healing Brush tool. And you can just go through here and you can start to clean up some of our blemishes. And take your time with that. If you want to be funny, you can realize that you can also use this for other things. You can change her face, which is sort of creepy, but it lets you start to realize other things that you can do with your Photoshop retouching tools. So normally you would use this to clean up skin and get rid of blemishes, but you could also smooth out the skin. And if I keep working and working the surface, we can even get rid of her eyeball, which is kind of fun. Awesome. The next one I would like to do is a Command O to open, and we're going to grab a file. It's called Red Eye. Red Eye Effect, Red Eye Effect. And again, Command A, Command C, Command W, Command V, and get it on the page. And then we can kind of Command plus 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 and move in on the red eye. So within this Spot Healing and Healing Brush tool, we also have the Red Eye tool. So if you click on the Red Eye tool, you notice that you can choose the pupil size and the darken amount. But usually the version that the computer has is its default is good enough. And then you just click on the red eye and click on the red eye, and there you go. So that's getting rid of the red eye. And then the last one I'd like you to open up is called Timestamp. And I'd like to show you this tool. So if you click on Timestamp and Command A, Command C, Command W, Command V, let's move this one down here. And again, so a Command plus plus plus, let's zoom in on it, hold down my space bar. Maybe a few more Command plus pluses. Hold down my space bar. So let's just say I want to get rid of this timestamp over here. I can come back up to my healing tools. So I have my Spot Healing tool, my healing brush. The last one I want to talk about is the patch tool. So the patch will take a patch of one area and replace it with another area. So let's just say I want to remove this. I take the patch tool and I make a little line, and then I just kind of click and drag it away. I like to do it in smaller chunks. I find that it looks a little bit more natural. The bigger of a chunk that you take, the more unnatural it'll be. But if you keep your chunks nice and small, you can sort of get rid of these things and they resolve themselves very good. You can grab these little times over here. And that's how you can get rid of a timestamp, as well as maybe some other object that you don't want in your picture. And then let's just do a Command 0 to move out. So if you're looking at your retouching notes, what I'm looking for you to hand in is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. You are showing me getting the paint out of the hair for America's Next Top Model, healing the cut on the face, on the face with the healing brush tool. Using the Spot Healing tool to get rid of some of the blemishes on the girl, and maybe doing something funny also to that picture. Using the Red Eye tool to get rid of the red eye, and using the patch tool to get rid of the timestamp. So these are some really great retouching tools that you can use for other things. So we will do a Shift Command E to merge our visible layers, and then just a file save as, and you're going to save this as retouching. And give it a name. and save it somewhere where you can find it to the desktop as a JPEG, and then you're going to upload that to Schoology to share for a grade. If you need help with that, let me know, and have fun with that. I think these are some fun tools that you'll actually use for your projects. Bye.